CEOs. You need these women to be the engineers. You need them to be the drivers. You need them to be the champions. You need them to be the decision makers, to be in the energy sector. I have deliberately requested most of the organizations not to target 30%. I think you have received my advice, most of the CEOs. I have changed that percentage to 40%. We are targeting not 30, but 40%. So that even if we slip, we will definitely be between 30 and 40. Let us support these ladies. When we support these ladies, we are supporting ourselves, women. Because these ladies take care of our children, these ladies take care of our homes, these ladies take care of our core family unit, which is the core of the society of Kenya. With those few remarks, ladies and gentlemen, it is now my pleasure to declare this forum officially open.
Thank you. My name is Dr. John Matsivo. In terms of this conference, I just want to confirm that in my department, we have more than 36% are engineers. We are planning to grow the numbers. And whether it's the land economist, the social economist, all environmental experts, all the numbers that we have, we are definitely above that. But as the PS has said, the mark now is 40%, and we're definitely striving to increase the numbers much more. Thank you.
My name is Engineer Collins Juma. I'm the Acting Chief Executive Officer of Kenya Nuclear Electricity Board. And I want to say here that nuclear complements other sources. It complements what KenGen is doing. It complements what REA and KPLC and KETRACO are doing. And I'm sure we'll interact in this discussion so that we can learn more about nuclear. Thank you very much.
GDC really values women, and I will be demonstrating that in a short while. My name is Ruth Musembi, so I'm the head of communication at GDC. Other than that, if you look at our staff complement, 27% of the staff in GDC are women. So we are only 3% shy of the 30%. But when you come to, thank you very much. When you come to the management level, which is, I think, critical because policy making, decision making is important, we have more than 1/3 of us in management who are women. Thank you very much.
Right. So the other thing is, what do I care and why should I care about women in energy? Fundamentally, the reason I care is that 90% of development, when you put it together, will be driven by women. Men will create strategies and theories, but usually sometimes we give up too easily. We tend not to go all the way. Women tend to stay the course. And when you look at developed countries, that's because they've got a lot of educated women. Women are empowered and they do a lot of things. And we should embrace that and bring it across onto the continent. So there's me with my head down speaking at a women's conference. So if we're going to make a difference, how do we make a difference? Where do we start? The first thing is we must have hope. We must have hope that things are going to change and things will be better. Yes, we do need hope as a starting point. Then once we've got hope, we need change, because having hope in itself is not a strategy. You know, this is where superstition and certain fanatical beliefs in religious things take advantage, because you hope for something without having a strategy and not analyzing it properly. So we need a hope that will give us change. But to get the change, we need action.
A few years ago, I started my own company, now the one I'm running, called Skylon Global. And in this particular company, I continued with my sales of petroleum, but again, I also entered the green energy space. This is because green energy is much more sustainable, and it's also a way that gives people a better life and better health, and it's also more reachable.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Commissioner Njenga Mwangi of the Energy Regulatory Commission. I'm an advocate by training. This is my 30th year of practice. I'm also licensed to practice at the International Criminal Court at The Hague. And I've been now a commissioner with ILC for 1 year. ELC is, the Energy Regulatory Commission is established in an act of parliament, that is the Energy Act 2006. And our core mandate is to regulate the energy sector, which includes electricity and petroleum.
We have a center where we train women how to design, test, and build their business ideas. So we work with an idea, any industry, any background, any education level. And when I say any, I do mean any, because there are people who come and ask me, okay, but I'm doing fashion. What are you able to cater to me? And I tell them yes. I sell omena. I tell them yes, because we do our trainings in English, we do them in Swahili. It's just about having an idea. We help you connect your passion to your business and turn that idea into a viable business and actually start generating revenue.
Part of my background, I wasn't always a coach. I'm a lawyer by training and by practice for a number of years. I will tell you that number. And I actually started off in oil. So I worked in a local company, a local marketing company for one of the multinationals here. And my goal within that company was to sit on the board of directors. At the time, there had been one other woman who had sat on a board of directors in this country in any position in an oil company. And at the time, we didn't have upstream or midstream. It was just all marketing. And it was all marketing. And so at the age of 29, that was what I did. I fought my way into a boardroom somewhere, to the shock of everyone, mostly the other women. Why? Because too often we aim low and hit.
We're very passionate about women and more specifically energy. And as the peers was talking, about the position of the women energy, we have a fully fledged portfolio that deals with that, and you cannot be ignorant of what energy needs are there and how to address them.
So we found that using women to bring catalytic change in this area has been very, very right. And it was interesting to hear some of the people talking about cooking and how that has not been addressed. Now, this is a picture of my auntie, right? She's in the kitchen. And, what is really poignant to me is this: 600,000 premature deaths every year are attributed to indoor house pollution. Now, let me put that in terms that you can understand. Cooking with firewood or charcoal for 1 hour a day is the equivalent of smoking 4 packets of cigarettes a day. WHO statistics: 4 million people die every year because of cooking, right? So I know, because we're Africans, when you go to Gishagi and there's that jiko in the kitchen, know this: mama or auntie or cousin does not know that she's smoking 4 packets of cigarettes a day. If you ask her, are you smoking 4 packets? Like, cigar? Of course not, right? But the reason I bring this, it's because it's the #1 killer of sub-Saharan women, more than malaria, tuberculosis, AIDS combined. Cooking. Thank you.
Within our community energy project, we bring on board women entrepreneurs and also groups so that they explore opportunities in the energy value chain, but also provide from idea generation to funding to market. We take them through, but it is a program which you have to apply for every year. And part of it is that also know your local representative.
One of the things that I find in the industry is that a lot more women are getting into technical fields now than they were 20 years ago. Many women are out there taking up training opportunities, not afraid to venture into spaces which are traditionally male dominated.
Don't get stuck in doing the same old if you're not getting the results that you want. I'll use this example. Have you heard anyone saying, when you ask children, what do you want to be when you grow up? Do you ever hear anyone say, I want to be the vice president? Do you ever hear anybody say that? And do you ever hear anybody say, I want to be the deputy governor? Talk to me, ladies. Yes, everybody wants to be the president, or wants to be the governor, right? So you must take massive action to get to where you want and to go the full throttle, not just halfway. So you are not trying. If you're going to turn your passion into profit, you have to put full effort. And I tell people, don't put in half effort and expect full result.
Let's highlight the work of women in energy. Let us document those big stories, because those stories that you document today, the kids of the future, our own generation, 20 years down the road, they'll look back and they'll find that yes, the pioneers and the influencers did set the mark for us. Because remember, at the end of the day, women change societies. Thank you.
So after coming up with the whole list of aspects that one had to prove to get the award, there were 10 categories, yeah, that came up, and the award was going to be given to one that excelled. Yeah, there were indicators that we looked out for. I think they will be told to you when they present the winners. Yeah, and this included the Community Leadership Award, the Philanthropy or Service Award, the Power Gaga Award, Entrepreneurship Award, Energy Company of the Year Award, Professional Award, Innovation Award, Research Award, Women Group Award, and Student category.
Now this award seeks to recognize women who have selflessly committed their time and or other resources to develop energy experience and or by giving of their time or assets to effect a positive change in the community. Now this award was proudly sponsored by the Kenya Nuclear Board. Tafadhali makofi kwao.
And to present the award tonight, we have come to the stage. Get excited.
Makofi tafadhali.
Makofi. Arifu. Helen Odegi. Helen. Makofi, our center. Helen, welcome to the stage.
A round of applause for Helen. Now this award is open to women under the age of 30 who have made a mark in the energy space either through career advancement, business or innovation that has brought change in their space. The Power Gaga Award was probably powered by, see what I did there? Powered by Kendra.
Thank you. Beautiful. Please welcome to present the award, Njenga Mwangi.
Makofi, our commissioner.
Awardee. I think we need another one. Another drum roll, please. And the award for Power Gaga goes to Martha Wakoli. Congratulations, Martha.
Well done. This award seeks to recognize small and micro enterprises in the energy sector that have thrived and have brought in meaningful change in the society. Now the business must be run by women entrepreneurs. So this is powered by Recreate. Okay, let me just ask, how do you know her? I've been thinking too much. Okay, like high school? Campus? Oh yeah, good stuff. I've been thinking too much. Fantastic. Congratulations to her. So this award is open to all companies. have implemented policies geared towards promoting the empowerment of women. Now this could be through gender initiative to address the existing gender gap, through workplace programs or support of women initiatives in the sector. And now this award was powered by Rural Electrification Authority.
Fabulous. And this is another in absentia. But if we have, I just want to stay in the sun where I find. I know it's hard sometimes. Pieces of peace in the sun's peace of mind. I know it's hard sometimes.
So the award
just way too much. But it's fun to vent. Go to Boston Year.
Okay, makofi kwake in absentia. She will receive the award on his behalf. Now this award seeks to recognize the women who have excelled in the energy sector, in engineering and or other technical fields. They must demonstrate having had a positive impact in the workplace. Now that category was powered by Kenya Nuclear Board.
Great. And the person we welcome to the stage to present this award is Bagala Kemon.
Karibu sana. Makofi kwake.
And the winner of the professional award is Beatrice Buzzoni.
Is she here? Beatrice, makofi kwake. Congratulations. The award seeks to recognize women who have excelled in the area of innovation. They should have developed or promoted products and ideas that have impacted positively on the society. Now, to the company that powered that award is ERC.
And welcoming to the stage,
Karibu sana.
Karibu sana.
Makofi kwake jameni.
Agnes, thank you. Welcome Agnes to the stage. And our winner for the award is grade 3. 3F. 3.
Okay, now guys, we need to give a special makofi. Congratulations to her. Now, did any of you notice the lady with the baby at the forum? That's her. The baby's right behind there. You know, at this point, I kind of wish that Bonnie was here. Do you remember the conversation we had yesterday? See how well this works? Mtoto sio impediment maneno. Ai jameni, inaleta baraka. This is what we're talking about. Congratulations. Now this award seeks to recognize women who have impacted their community in one way or another through mobilization of communities towards innovative energy solutions. Now the impact must be clearly demonstrated. The company that powered the community leadership, Kenya Community Leadership Award is none other than Kenya Power.
And welcoming to the stage, we have Isaac Kima to present the award. Isaac.
Karibu sana.
Karibu sana. All right, and the winner that we have for the Community Leadership Award goes to, thank you, Marion
Congratulations, Marion.
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Double blessing.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're talking about the Women Group Award. Now, this award seeks to recognize women groups that have developed energy programs that have had a positive impact on their members and community This award was powered by Traco. Okay guys, we need your attention. It's a big deal.
One more after this. Alright, the proud winner of this award is Women in Business.
Women in Business. Makofi kwa tafadhali.
Happy? Happy? Wow, I didn't know there were such young ladies who can win such an award. Congratulations. This award, this is a young lady. Ladies and gentlemen, this award was the county executive of Marsabit, Madam Yasmin.
Now, let me just add this, even as she gets this award, that she was also nominated for the top 40 under 40 women. So we are trailblazers amongst this.
Can you be my sunshine, baby? Can you be my sunshine, baby? Yes, you. Hey, turn it. Hey. Baby, can I call you baby? Baby, can I get your number, baby? Nataka tu juane, nataka tu onane, nataka tu elane, nataka tu pelane. I'm watching you. I'm checking you. Hey, we get it to you, I see you. I'm watching you. I'm checking you. Hey, let's sing together, yo. When I look in your eyes, I see the sun shining bright. And when I see your smile, I feel the sunshine. DJ, put up hey, for me. Okay, ladies, listen. I'm writing this letter to my daughter. I wanted to tell her. I'm writing this letter to my daughter. I wanted to tell her. But now I'm on a mission to represent our nation. I went out on this mission to get that victory. So switch your letting and don't let you see me getting that victory. That will make. Let's do this for Kenya. Get on with you. I'm coming. I'm coming home. Narudi nyumbani, congratulations. For the winners, I have seen many things, been many places, been around the world. I've seen many faces. Congratulations, yo, to the journey. I really. Where's another winner? There's nothing better than love for me. Where's another winner? There's nothing sweeter or more superior than to know where you were from and represent your home. So, to the winners, go! Let's go! I'm coming home. Hey, home where I belong. Whoa, I'm coming home. Check me out, up in the horizon.